Welcome to Nav Classes. Today is Sunday and we are going to discuss CBSE UGC NET paper. So here we already discussed lots of questions and today I'm going to start with 34th question. This is a straightaway question. This asks expressive communication is driven by which? Passive aggression. This is negative in nature. Encoder's personality characteristics, we are not going to consider personality of encoder. So external clues, so we are not going to consider clues for expressive communication. So answer should be encoder recorder contract. So this is the correct answer. Answer is fourth. Positive classroom communication leads to coercion. Coercion is aggressive in nature, so this is not positive. Submission, we are going to submit something. No. Confrontation, if we are against someone, then it is also not positive. These all are negative, so persuasion is correct answer. So Hindi we call it protsahan. Then classroom communication is based off which? Social identity. Yes, it is based on social identity. It is external analysis. No. Based on passivity. No. Group aggression. No. So answer should be first. Then effective communication. Effective communication presupposes alignment, domination, passivity, understanding. So understanding is very important in effective communication. So understanding, fourth is correct answer. So when we see the verbal and non-verbal messages are contradictory, then which is the most people believe in? So here most of people believe in non-verbal messages because they provide more information and more true actual picture. So non-verbal messages are correct answer, third. And what is the typical feature of information rich classroom lecture is in the nature of being? So here I considered certain notes. If we consider information rich classroom lecture, then is it sedentary? No, because it is tending to spend much time in seated, somewhat inactive nature. So it is not information rich classroom lecture. So what is staggered? It's walk, move unsteadily. It's about to fail. So it is also not information rich source. And factual is concerned with what actually is the case is. So factual is correct answer. So third is factual. If we see factorial, then it is related to distinct part. If we are talking about distinct things, then it is factorial. So a correct answer should be factual. So information resource classroom is factual. 40th question asks, among the following identity, the continuous type of data, what is the continuous type of data? Here we consider for example continuous type of data are like we can see 20. This is an example 20 to, it can vary 20 to 40. So it can take anything in between 20 to 40. Even it can take fractions as well. So like 35.66. So what can be considered in fractions or continuous in nature? So the number of language, one person cannot speak any half language, so it's not. Number of children in household, it's not continuous because children can't be half or full. So population of cities can't be continuous. So weight of student can be continuous. It varies in fractions as well. So our answer should be fourth. Then if we see this question, this asks Ali buys a glass, a pencil box and cup and pays rupees 21. So here we are going to consider certain equations here. Question number 41. So here we will make equations first. So Ali buys a glass. So Ali buys a glass, we denote G for glass, one glass, and a pencil, plus one pencil, and cup, and plus one cup. Okay, so and he pays 21 rupees for that. Now Rakesh buys a cup, two pencils and one glass. Okay, then he pays 28 rupees. Now Preeti buys two glass, So two glass, two pencils and one cup, and pays 35 rupees. Okay, and question is asking about the value of 10 cups. Okay, so firstly we would like to solve two equations. So firstly we take two equations, first and second. So if we take, so if we solve these equations, then it turns up to negative, minus, and 1p is equal to 7. So now p's value is 7. Okay, as it cuts, now we got the value of p. Now we will solve these two equations, next two equations, this and this. If we solve them, then it cancels out, now we got minus 7 minus g is equal to minus 7, so value of g is 7. Now if we put these values here, 7 plus 7 plus c is equal to 21, then we get c 7. Okay, so value of 10c will be 70. So we got the answer 70. Now see, 42 question ask, out of 4 cities given below, 3 are alike in some manner while the fourth one is different. Identify the odd one. So here the question is asking for the general knowledge, and there should be the general knowledge about cities and countries also. So here it is Lucknow, Rishikesh, Allahabad or Patna. So this question is somewhat tricky, but if we see, Rishikesh, Allahabad and Patna lies on Ganga river, but Lucknow lies on Gomti river, which is tribute of Ganga. So as per that, our answer should be Lucknow, but there can be another answers if we analyze other criteria for the cities. So this is so I'm not sure about this, but according to me the Lucknow should be answer first. So next question is, given below are some characteristics of reasoning. Select the code that states characteristics which is not a deductive reasoning. First of all, we should know what is deductive and inductive reasoning. Inductive says IST. It means inductive goes from specific to journal, ISG. Okay, so deductive goes from journal to specific. I made some notes about this. So deductive is top down, and it goes from journal to specific reason. So if we analyze these codes here, then conclusion must be based on observation and experiments. No, it is not in the case of deductive. So conclusion should be supported by premises. Yes, it should be supported by premises. Like if there are premises, then we come to our conclusion. So this is top down approach. Conclusion must follows from premises necessarily. Yes, conclusion must follow premises. Argument may be valid or invalid. So this is also true. So last three are true. It is asking about not a deductive reasoning, so answer should be first. Come to next question. See here the question number 44 asking about missing term here. So this is the question mark, this is 36 and this is 343. If we analyze this, then 36 is 6 square and 343 is 7 cube. So it follows 1 square and 7 cube. So the series would be like this, 6 square, 7 cube, 5 cube, 4 square. So this type of series it is. So we are going to follow this one. So this says square, this says cube of 5. So the answer would be 125. So the correct answer is 125, third answer. Next question is on alphabet series. So question number 45. I recommend to solve these questions like just write all alphabets A, B, C, D in circular motion. It is the best way to solve such questions. So firstly I write this like this, and question is asking about Y, W, U. So here we go like this, Y, W, U, and it is S. So what is the next series here? So it is skipping 1 every time. So next would be Q. So we got Q. So in options we have 2 with Q like this. Now see the next alphabet, E, F, H. E, F, then H, and then K. So firstly it is skipping nothing, then 1, then 2. Now how many alphabet it will skip? 3. So we will skip 1, 2, 3, and next would be O. So if we see Q, O, it means according to our these options, so second would be the correct answer. So there is no need to go for further. If you want to solve, then you can solve it further. So correct answer is 2. Next 46th question is on alphabet codes. So codes are given in the question, and we are going to write the code for companies. They are asking for companies. So in such kind of questions, you just write the codes for C. C is for S. Okay. So here we write down S. This is just direct question. If it is saying that A is C, it doesn't mean, if it is saying that A is C, it doesn't mean that C is A. So you should go like directly only. So it is saying C is S. So it follows like this only. So for O, it is saying O is E. So write down E. If we see our codes from which we have to choose is, so these are the codes. So there is only one code for SE. Okay. So there is no need to solve all others. So our code number 4 is correct answer. See next question 47 is on syllogism. So here premises are given that untouchability is curse. So untouchability is curse, and all hot pens are untouchable. All hot pens are untouchable. So if we see that it is very easy to draw all hot pens, that all hot pens are untouchable. So it is hot pen and it is untouchable, and it says that untouchability is curse. So untouchability is curse. So we can draw it like this, but there is nothing specific given about curse. So we can assume it like this. So there is nothing specific about this curse. Okay. So if we see our conclusions, then one says all hot pens are curse. All hot pens are curse. See this, the diagram. So all hot pens are obviously curse because all hot pens are untouchable. So this is correct. First is correct. Second says some untouchability things as hot pens. It says some untouchables are hot pens because some are individual and curse and some are hot pens. So this is also correct. Third says all curls are untouchability. All curls are not untouchability. This is not correct. So this statement is wrong. Fourth says some curls are untouchability. Some curls are untouchability, but there is nothing specific in this premises here. So we cannot conclude this. This may be true, but we cannot conclude this from our premises, because in syllogism we take everything given in premises as actual. Okay, so we can't conclude this our own. So this is wrong again. So our correct codes will be first and second. So first one is correct answer here. So next question is asking about the statement. This says that none but the brave win the race is false. The statement is false, but if we analyze this as it is, it will create some complications. So firstly we simplify this statement. This statement, if we simplify it, it says all brave will win the race. So, and it says this statement is false. Okay, which of following statement claim to be the true? So इनमें से कौन सी and which of the following should be the true? Then the answer should be all brave person will win the race. No, all brave person will win the race is false here. So this is not true. Some person who win the race are not brave. Yes, some person who win the race will not the brave, and all person who win the race will not be the brave. That should be the true. So here is second is correct. Some person who win the race are brave, it says it's absolutely false, so it is not correct. No person who wins the race is brave, so we can't say that. So the answer should be second, some person who win the race are not brave. Question asked about if two standards from categorical propositions with the same subject and predictions, those the subject and prediction is same, are related in such a manner that is one is undetermined, the other must be undetermined. It says if the one is undetermined, then other must be undetermined. Which is the relation? Which is their relation? So here I made some notes. So according to my notes, what is contrary opposition between two universals which differ in quality? These are split true or false. If we see the example, all dogs are animal is true, no dog or animal is false. So it is contradictory, absolutely contradictory. Under subcontrary, so it is absolutely contrary. Under subcontrary, opposition is between two particulars which differ in quality but both cannot be false. So it is subcontrary, like some cats are dog, some dogs are cat, both false statement. Subcontraries can both be true and they cannot be false. Okay, so under contradictory, I am giving these notes because it is very important to understand. Just one question arise from these categories, so you should understand this. Contradictory opposition is between two propositions which differ both in quantity and quality. If one proposition is contradictory, pair is true, other must be false. For example, no English are alcoholic is contradictory, by some English are alcoholic. Altern opposition between two propositions which differ only in quantity. This implies if A is true, then I must be true. As the question is saying, if one is undetermined, then other must be undetermined. This also that if I is true, then A need not be true. So for example, we have here only. So the answer should be fourth, subaltern. Okay. Then it says men and women may different reproductive strategies, but neither can be considered inferior or superior to others any more than a bird winged can be considered superior or inferior to a fish fins. So select the code. So here men and women are analogically linked with this fish fins and bird's wing. So here the equation is analogical. Okay, some people may think it as biological, but no, it is analogical. So answer should be third. Okay, see the question is asking about the prepositions here, and they asking that which of these prepositions both cannot be true at the same time but can be false at the same time. So if we analyze it, then every student is attentive and some students are attentive, so this can be true at the same time, but students are never attentive. This and first, every student is attentive and students are never attentive cannot be true at the same time, but they can be false at the same time. Okay, so A and C is correct statement, so code should be second, A and C. See, next questions are on data interpretation based, so we will discuss this data interpretation in our next lectures. So right now I am discussing these last two. Read the following two statements. So this is information and communication technology is considered a subset of information technology, and second says the right to use a piece of software is termed as copyright. So which statement is correct or are correct? First statement is information and communication technology is not the subset of information technology. This is not correct. So the right to use a piece of software is termed as copyright. So this statement is perfectly correct, copyright. So the answer is second only. So second only, it means third answer is correct. Okay. Then which of the following correctly lists the computer memory type of highest to lowest speed? So which speed of computer memory is listed as highest to lowest speed? Firstly, the highest speed is of CPU registers, and then cache memories are having higher speed, and then it is given in bottom to top, RAM, and then secondary storage. So the correct answer should be 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st. So 3rd is correct answer. So here we end up with our today's lecture. Next we are going to discuss these data interpretations. Okay, so stay tuned, keep watching Nav Classes, and must subscribe if you didn't yet, and ring the bell with subscribe button so that you will have all notification as and when I upload my new lecture. And remember, Sunday is for UGC NET preparation. Thank you.